Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Park Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on the 15th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Raging Cajuns will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Panthers offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day. That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in.
He's loose. He is smashing people. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. Giving him his pads. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. They'll run it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line in the hurry-up. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. He's got it on the right. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. The offense in hurry-up mode. To the ground with the back. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run play action.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Louisiana 3, Georgia State 0.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 2nd and 2, and 4 receivers spread all over the field. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Jamison. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Panthers! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Raging Cajuns want to crank the tempo. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Panthers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
It's complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. The play-action fake. Pressure coming. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. And the Raging Cajuns line up to punt it away. getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the return, it's Hodges. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, looking again to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch. Feet down in bounds. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. Still running at the 4, bounding over the top. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
They're setting up the screen. Oh, gave the defender the business.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Panthers are on the move. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback extends the play. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
It's really hard on the defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, shoot up.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia State 21, Louisiana 3.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's a passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
He gets a block. And the returner will be brought down. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. The 10. Touchdown, Louisiana. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Man, how great is it to see the most athletic position on the field doing work, showing he could be a running back, showing he could be a wide receiver. I mean, what else can't a defensive lineman do? What an athlete.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They move the tight end all over. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jamison. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat. The sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. Keeps it himself and gets the first. Good run on the play. Nice to avoid the hit. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Going up top on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. That pass is in. Fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to... It'll be 4th down. The Raging Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working early.
Going for the big play. Makes the catch down the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Defense.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Working that left side now. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got enough space, and he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone.
Louisiana, 10.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Atlanta. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive in this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the Raging Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now they'll run the draw. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Second down.
He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. The Raging Cajuns will call on their punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll bring it back. It's Hodges. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Jamison. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Past the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. On the run, it's King. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the blocks, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I...
Touchdown, Panthers! And the punishment has been extended.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. On first down, here comes this offense. It's a draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Unloads to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
And the Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll keep it on the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. That completion delivers a 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Let's go. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the back. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Louisiana, 10.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but...
Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Man, did he have a read on that one and almost had the pick. It'll be third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know, as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a game.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's looking deep. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Trevino. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. 2nd and short now after that completion. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Trevino. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spin. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.